Ain't no Bible, no consultant, no recital, so no fear.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam 81, and I'm coming back to you today on this hump day. And this is a story from Bossip and the Bossip staff. It says, Black family in California told by Stun-Gun-Wielding white neighbor to stop acting like black people. How do you stop? First and foremost, if you're African American or black or whatever you want to name yourself, how do you stop? How do you stop being black? Is that a thing? Can you actually do that? But anyway, I digress. The article starts off by saying that Donald Trump didn't invent racism, but he damn sure has emboldened people to put their disdain for black folks on full display without fear of consequences. A black family in Discovery Bay, California, has to endure one of these belligerent bigots earlier this week. According to WMC Action News, the Jones family has lived in their home for 12 years without incident until Monday, when their neighbor, Adana Dean, in America.
You know what?
Unfortunately, that's the reality of being black in America.
This is the interaction the Jones family never expected to happen in their quiet Discovery Bay neighborhood.
You guys are acting like black people, and you shouldn't. You should act like black people.
Caught on surveillance and cell phone video, neighbor Adana Dean.
You're a black person in a white neighborhood, and you're acting like one. Why don't you act like a white person in a white neighborhood?
Who is seen holding her poodle in one hand and a stun gun in the other, upset over the Joneses' 2-year-old pit bull, Dice.
I don't want to see that dog outside.
Well, he's going to be outside, because I have a right to have him just like every other person.
Adana then goes on to claim,
I was raised in Oklahoma City, where there were tons of black people.
But we're acting like what?
You're acting like people that aren't normal.
Normal to her is people that will lay down and submit to, unfortunately, her white privilege.
The Joneses say in the 12 years living in the neighborhood, their interactions with the Deans have been pleasant, including an earlier encounter on Monday when Jarrett and his 13-year-old son Zaire took Dice for a walk. I crossed the street to get the Dean side of the story.
Hi, are you Mr. Dean?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dion Lim. I'm from ABC7.
After acknowledging Monday's incident,
This is your wife, though, that's across the street.
Yeah?
he declined speaking to me
This was a minor incident. And it's on TV now?
and shut the door. While uncomfortable, the Joneses are not afraid. They say keeping calm was paramount.
She had a stun gun. Had my sister, had any of them got physical, myself, with her, the story would have been, hey, this black family is assaulting, this white lady in the streets.
They are choosing to turn this incident into a learning lesson for their family and all black Americans.
I want my son to grow up and be proud of who he is. And I hope that people all over the country learn from this and that they see that, this can't be tolerated.
Zaire and the family also now have a new slogan.
We're gonna act black in our white neighborhood.
It says BET is a compromise of deputized law enforcement agents who provide corporate security and beyond. Essentially, they are police, the same type of police who, like Andela, would probably scream Blue Lives Matter for unless they are black people. Isn't it ironic, don't you think? And I do think that that's kind of ironic that, she told this black man to act like a white person in a white neighborhood. Who deemed the neighborhood to be white? Okay? It's just a population greater of white people in that neighborhood. But who deemed the neighborhood to be white? It's really troubling and really tragic to see that people have been emboldened by former President Donald J. Trump's rhetoric. They have been emboldened by his stance, long outdated, and should be long forgotten. But yet, for some reason, this hatred and this bigotry still prevails in our great country, with no merit to go behind the majority of the things, and the thoughts, the ideologies that are spewed by these bigots on a daily basis. It's funny how, colonizers, and this is not all white people, and let me just say that as a disclaimer, this is not all white people. There are good people, good white people in this world, but there are a great majority of white bigoted people. A lot of people that were taught hate, a lot of people that were taught that they had privilege and that they were, quote unquote, as so many bigot leaders and activists have said, the supreme race, but they still can't explain, if they're the supreme race, then why were there people of different colors created? But that's just one of the questions, not even the tip of the iceberg, that some of these bigots, want to push onto the general public as if it is a long-standing thing, and it is written, it's law, and it's not. People of color have the right to be here just as much as anyone else, and the sad thing about it is that these are the type of people that hide behind their privilege. They hide behind the colonized, stolen land that they stole. They hide behind the religions that they hijacked. Yes, and I do mean religions, yes. They hide behind the religions that they hijacked. They claim to be the originals when they're not. They're not, based on the general description that is in the Bible. There's no way that their ancestry, their people, their bloodline traces back to melanated olive skinned people. So it is what it is. But again, this is a short story, and I would definitely like to hear everyone's opinion on it. Please tell me how you feel. I feel that the man and his family acted accordingly, given the circumstances of them being homeowners on their property. And this little old white lady felt, because she's obviously a Trump supporter, she's obviously an old racist hag, who's basically knocking on death's door, wanted to display her bigotry. It wasn't satisfactory to just keep her hate speech inside her home where it belongs, away from the general public, because no one cares to hear it. She had to grab her stun gun and her little raggedy poodle and come onto a black man's property owned, catch, and antagonize and, violate this man and his family's peace. So with that being said, please drop down in the comments and please let me know how you feel about this story. I will be pushing out a few stories for the rest of the week, so even straight through the weekend, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will talk to you guys later.